Selena didn't like the other shirt I was wearing, so I changed the shirt. Maybe I have to start raiding my mom's closet. She has shirts in that closet from probably 20 years ago. But I favor low cut and she does not, so. I favor low cut tops. She does have that black low cut one, it's the only low cut one she has. I steal from time to time. I like that top too. I mean, I steal and wear it out in the real world, not just out in YouTube world. I stayed up tonight, but I don't care. I watched Step Up. I missed like the first 25 minutes of it, but and then Step Up Revolution came on. Step Up Revolution was fantastic. I actually think I'm probably going to give it 5 stars. But it was tainted because it was on MTV channel. And my God, MTV channel was advertising Scream the series. And every time it came on, by the way, it played a lot of commercials. I think they played a lot of commercials. They play these movies, but they play more commercials than I can even believe. But stupid Scream, the series, the advertisement for it showed more gore than in the movie, the Taken 3. But seriously, like, I don't need to see this. And it just kept coming on. I don't even know how many times it came on. I muted it. But the first time I started watching, I didn't know what it was. And then I'm like, oh shit, I don't want to see that. And I muted it. I couldn't stand the song was playing, couldn't stand it was showing. Ugh. So, the movie was tainted. But I really know my mom will love this movie. I'm gonna, if I can get it from the library, I'll get both of them. I already saw several months ago, Step Up Havana Nights, I think it was called, and that was really good too. I know my mom would like these. I really enjoyed myself watching the Step Up Revolution. Seriously. I don't regret staying up, not for 1 second. I enjoyed watching those 2 movies. Because it's now 2 in the morning. Mama seems so sad. I wish she would just not be friends with that woman whose husband died. Seriously. If Dead Auntie was alive, Dead Auntie would echo my sentiments 100%. And I already know that Live Auntie, echoes my sentiments. And she called, like, last week. I heard my mom crying. I didn't know what was wrong. And, she told me, that the husband had died. And then she tells me that the wife, my mom's known forever. Apparently they met in that mental hospital my mom went into when I was 12, going on 13 or something. And when I lived 5 months with my aunt and cousins, that was a long time ago. I'm 46 now, remember? Anyway, I'm just calculating because she's younger than my mom. Like, my God, how old was she when she was in that place? I don't know. Anyway, I thought it was very nice. Someone called up to tell my mom, and then she invited my mom down, and and I'm like, oh, that's nice, She invited my mom down to come down for a couple days and whatnot. Then she does an about face, changes her tune, says my mom can't come down, and then she gets upset when my mom calls to find out when the wake or funeral is and whatnot, and she's just treating my mom badly. And then she gets on my mom's case for calling a mutual friend. And this woman doesn't treat my mom good. I don't know how to... She gets on my mom's case for calling a mutual friend, and the mutual friend blew my mom up and said something stupid why my mom couldn't stay there. And I'm thinking, you're getting on my mom's case for calling a mutual friend. You know my mom doesn't have a car. You can't get her. And she's trying to figure out some way to get to your husband's funeral since you're her friend and the husband was her friend. And you're going to give her a hard time for doing everything in her power. It's special circumstances. Stupid mutual friend should have let my mom stay there for one night. I told my mom repeatedly, I'm like, just fuck it, Mom. Forget it. You shouldn't be friends with this woman anymore. I can see the pain. This woman always treats my mother badly, and yet my mom acts surprised, and I can see the pain in her, I know it hurts her. But what are you going to do? It doesn't surprise me. It's how this woman is. I don't even think I told my mom I don't care. I don't think this woman really cares about you, Mom. She doesn't treat you good, She's not a good friend. And my mom has friends that treat her good. The woman down the street treats my mom good, and so does the one she goes to church with, that woman has pissed me off, but she's still a good friend to my mother. Way better friend than this woman I can't stand. Dead husband or not, okay? I've talked about them out here when he was alive. I've talked about how they've treated me. I've talked about how they've treated my mother, okay? I was bitching about these people probably when I was living in LA. Maybe she'd change with her husband dying, but no. She's treating my mom like shit, and I can see the pain in my mom. Like, what am I supposed to do? The woman's a bitch. Why don't you just not... I wouldn't be friends with her anymore, Mom. If she calls, I would ignore her. How many times has she treated you badly, and you've said you wouldn't be my friends with her anymore, and then you've changed your mind? I don't know. Mom doesn't need this shit on top of the court shit, though. You guys understand that. And as for the court shit, let me reiterate what I've periodically said out here. My mom and I both used to being fucked over in this life. Both of us were used to being fucked over our entire lives. Granted, I don't know the details of my mom's childhood, but my common sense tells me that if my mom turned out the way she did, her childhood couldn't have been very rosy, okay? And you know damn well mine wasn't even remotely rosy. Woman's a fucking bitch. I didn't want her to know that I was on Social Security disability, and she would say things to my mom, like when I was here, she's like, is Laura working? She's like, fuck you. You don't know shit, and I don't like you. Okay? Goes without saying that this woman, Mama doesn't tell her anything about the case and whatnot. It's just sad because, This is adding to my mom's pain. She made a valiant effort. She was trying to get to the funeral. It can't happen, Mom. Sorry. Maybe you're better off. This woman doesn't treat you good, you know? Maybe you're better off that you weren't able to stay over our house a couple days or whatnot. She doesn't treat you good. You have friends who do treat you good, so you don't need this woman, you know. Same with that other one that I can't stand, and again, it's not just me. My sentiments are echoed by dead auntie, and you know, and by auntie, you know. I really liked those Step Up movies. That must be how Channing Tatum in Step Up, I bet they were younger. That must be, I bet that's how they met and wound up married. They were hot in that, and then the couple in such chemistry, the couple in Step Up Revolution, they just sizzled. Certainly sizzled more than the Dakota Johnson, you know, whoever the other guy played Christian Grey in 50 Shades of Grey, you know. So at least tonight I go to bed, but I don't care. A lot of times I don't go to bed and do care. Tonight, not so much. I really enjoyed watching those movies, except, again, that goddamn commercial. You know what? It wasn't playing, though, during Step Up. Probably it can't play, because it's gory, so it doesn't play, you know, earlier, you know what I mean? Maybe it just plays after, you know. It didn't play during the first one. I don't think. You know what? No, it did. It did, because my mom was it did play during the first one. My mom was walking in there, and I'm like, Mom, you don't want to be in there. You don't want to see that commercial for that show. Yeah, it did play. So I enjoyed the movies, but it was tainted. But I'm going to rent them, because I wouldn't mind seeing them again. And I also missed the first 20-25 minutes of the Step Up. And they're fun to watch, and I know my mother will enjoy them. You know what I mean? I know she will. I had such a good time watching them, particularly the second one. I really did. I just enjoyed myself watching the damn movies. Selena didn't like the top I was wearing. Yeah, well, Selena, I think it's good to mix it up in my videos and not wear the same top, so I don't have, you know, 50 zillion tops to choose from, you know. I create videos all the time, you know. I need variety in what I'm wearing. I'm high as an attorney regularly. I don't know what it's going to cost her. You know? All I know is that that lawyer dropped the ball so badly in the hearing that took place a couple weeks ago. And then when she was talking about going to pre-trial, I was like, oh, that's going to be a lot of work. Yeah, it shouldn't have gone this far. A lot of work, yeah. Not a happy camper, people. Just when I see such sorrow in my mama. Maybe she's regretting giving Angel back. I don't know. I had to tell her, you matter. I even said it to you when the woman was yesterday when the woman was there. I'm like, she feels bad taking Angel from you, but Angel's her dog, and I had to tell her she matters as much as you do when it comes to Angel. Angel's happy either way. Angel's adaptable. The woman came over today, and Angel went and said hi, and then went and sat on my mom's lap. I'm like, oh wow, she's choosing my mom over you. Dogs are adaptable. Look at Omar. He lost Donald and Hope and me, and had to come here and live with a total stranger, my mom. She wasn't a complete total stranger. He'd met her years before, but you know what I mean, in LA. But for the most, she was a stranger. But I think, number one, mother-daughter, I think we probably share the scent. I think animals, I think Omar probably knows that, you know what I mean? So that helped. But even if it wasn't, animals are adaptable. Omar adapted to being here and loved my mom as much as he had ever loved Donald or Hope or me or whatever, you know? So, you know, Angel's happy with